Good morning, everyone. All right, so today we're going to work with shoulders again. So make sure you have a strap with you and ideally a block or a couple of blocks. We'll be using those through the class. But start by just sitting well. So whether you're sitting up on a blanket, a block, pillow, right? Just make sure your hips, your knees, all of that feels good as you sit. Maybe move the flesh out from the sit bones and maybe even this kind of internal rotation with both of the upper thighs, which helps open up the sit bones a little bit and helps us find a little more solid grounding. And then let your hands rest wherever they are comfortable. Feel your chest rise, feel the tailbone drop down, and maybe close the eyes for a moment or two here. Then start to tap into your breath. Start to notice how you're feeling this morning. Always knowing that you are going to honor your body. You're going to honor this process of yoga by taking good care of yourself, not overdoing, maybe not underdoing, right? Just finding the right practice for yourself this morning. And as you breathe today, I want you to notice that as you take a deep breath in, notice the whole upper body and the movement of the upper body as you breathe. So when we take an inhale in, maybe you notice the chest rise, but maybe you also notice that the chest spreads to the side. Maybe you notice the side ribs, the back body expanding. And as you exhale, you feel all of that soften without rounding or collapsing the shoulders or the chest. And make sure that you're getting down deep into the base of the lungs. So sometimes we just chest breathe. In fact, often during the course of the day, we are breathing just into the chest and we're not really expanding down to the lower levels of the lungs. We want to use all those muscles in all that awareness. Good. Few more right here. And notice as you take that deep breath in, do you automatically tighten your jaw? Do you automatically create tension in your neck? Good. One more very focused breath here, taking it in deeply and letting it go. And then maybe drop the chin to the chest without leaning forward and without collapsing forward, right? So keep the torso nice and tall. Be mindful of your own particular neck. You know if this is appropriate for you or not. And just stretch through the back of the neck. And then again, being mindful, little tone to the belly as if you were going to take your head all the way down toward the floor. And then lift up, lift up, lift up, lift up. And then exhale, curl it all in. Just come down as far as it makes sense for you this early in class. And then as you lift up, it's as if someone were pressing you up by the chest or by the chin as you take the torso up. So just a little kind of circular cat and cow. I was taking a yoga class online the other day, and the instructor, instead of calling it cat and cow, said something to the effect of move into your feline and bovine pose. And I've never heard that before and thought that was just hilarious. So breathe. Good. Couple more right here. Tucking the chin, curling the belly, and then lifting the chin. And last one here. Big circle. Using your breath and come on up. And then take your right ear to your right shoulder. And again, I want you to just notice, right? The left side is heavy. You can even put the left hand on the floor. And then drop the chin toward the shoulder. So you're looking down at that side of your mat. And then look up toward the ceiling. And exhale down again, being mindful of your particular neck, making sure you're not doing anything that feels yucky. And then look down again. Good. Couple more right here, just stretching out the neck. As we worked with shoulders today, right? Those shoulders get tense, the neck gets tense. Good. One more. Look up and look down. And then take the ear back to the shoulder, tone the belly, draw the left ribs back over to the right. So if we were reaching out here, draw them back and breathe. And then take the left arm out. Watch your head, watch your neck. No tension in the jaw, everybody. Breathe. Inhale that same left arm up to the ceiling. Press down through the left side as you reach the left side fingers. And then turn the palm down and find your stretch. So the arm's going to start to come down, come down, come down. And you're going to maybe start to feel a stretch. Make sure there's no tension, right? Breathe. Maybe the arm goes lower. You find your spot. And when you find the spot where you're getting some sensation, maybe just pause for a second. Deep breath. Maybe it's a little lower. Maybe it shifts. And then let the left hand come all the way back down. Feel the stretch. Inhale the head to center. And once the head's to center, look over your left shoulder. Look over your right. Good. Left again. Just soft. And right. And come back to center. Good. When you're ready, roll the shoulders down. Your hands are back on your knees. Your ear goes to your left shoulder. And check out this side. So when we work the shoulders and the back body, one of the biggest muscles that we're working, right, is the trapezius muscles that goes from all the way down to the thoracic spine and spreads up through the shoulders and then all the way up to the base of the skull. So when your neck is tight, it's very good chance that it's the trapezius muscle, right, that's pulling on that neck because your back is tight, et cetera, et cetera. It's all connected. We know that. Maybe your right hand is just resting toward the floor. You don't have to. Your jaw is soft, your neck is aligned. And then when you're ready, look down at the shoulder and look toward the ceiling. And down again. Use your breath. Find your breath. And down. You'll notice one side may be tighter than the other. Good. A couple more right here. Lovely Sunday morning, right? And down. And then take the left ear back to the left shoulder. Sit well through the sit bones. Take the right arm up to the ceiling. Your left ear is still heading down toward the left shoulder. The belly is toned. We draw the right side ribs back in just a little bit. And then turn the palm down and start to find your spot. If you habitually tighten your jaw, just let your mouth hang open, right? Nobody can see you. So you can just separate the teeth, maybe have the mouth open just a little bit so that you can start to break that cycle. The palm heads down until you find your tight spot. Breathe. You might feel some sensation down the center of the arm, right? Down into the deltoid, maybe into the tricep. One more good breath here. And then let the hand float down to the floor. Ooh, nice stretch and bring the head back to neutral. Ooh, look over your left shoulder. Look over your right. Yep, just stretching out the neck. One more, both ways. and center. Good. If the legs are getting cranky, switch them out, right? Maybe they switch directions or they change form all the way around. Inhale, reach the arms up. Interlace the hands, press them up to the ceiling. Take those hands to the back of your head. Your palms are face in, the shoulders or the elbows are out, right? So feel the shoulder blades, right? As you tuck in, they reach out and spread. As you lift the chest, maybe they squeeze a little bit more toward each other. With your head fully supported, maybe look up a little bit. Keep the elbows out to the side and imagine those hands are actually tractioning your neck or pulling your neck away from, or your head away from the base of the neck. And just notice that. So I'm fully supporting my head. I'm giving it a little bit of a pull up toward the ceiling. Feel that in your mid back. Oh, yeah. And as you exhale, come down at your level, elbows touch the floor if you can. And inhale, reach up. Big deep breath, everyone. Exhale, take it down. Good. And reach up, spread the elbows. Exhale, take them down. One more right here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And exhale. Good. Take that head back up to neutral. Take the arms out to the side. Drop your right hand to the floor. Stretch your left side and reach both arms up. If I haven't said it before 10 times already today, everything is connected. Inhale up, right hand down, left arm over. And last one, reach up, take the left hand down, reach the right hand, take both arms up, interlace those hands, press them up, reach over to the right side. Now listen up, big tone to the belly. See if you can circle those arms all the way around. Good. 3 times, same direction. Go gently, right? Don't go as deep if this doesn't feel stable. One more this way. If you're on a computer a lot all day, good. Go over to the left, circle 3 times, nice and slow. The shoulder work, right? So important. Yeah, good. One more. I just felt a nice little pop in my back. In a good way. Release the hands, exhale, let go, roll your shoulders. Good. And then grab your strap, and at the same time, let's straighten those legs. Let's come out of a cross-legged pose if that's where you were. Straighten the legs, nice dandasana, right? Nice solid leg. Maybe move the flesh out again from the sit bones. Grab your strap. Doesn't have to be super wide. And just inhale, reach up. In fact, if you're in a loop here, go ahead and maybe take the hands inside the loop so that you don't have to hold on to the strap so much. And just breathe here. Just feel that as you take the arms overhead. And then draw the shoulders down. Try to touch base with the shoulder blades behind you, right? As you start to move the arms, maybe you do a little circling here and see if you can tap in. And also notice if you tense up through your neck and your shoulders as you move them, right? So I know several of you that are either on a computer a lot all day long or have some neck issues, right? So how do we separate in a sense that works so that we're not tensing as an automatic habit? Good. And then circle forward, gentle on the back, reach up and circle forward and up. Good. One more circle this way. Reach, pause at the top, circle the other way. Don't, if your lower back is tender, I should have said this sooner. You can bend the knees. Breathe. Good. Take it up. Your hands are inside, bend the elbows and squeeze. Ideally about cactus width, right? Cactus arms. And then press your hands against the strap a little bit. Feel the engagement of the back body. Right? Yay! That feels really good. It's like, oh, I feel that. I feel the muscles. Betty, you could probably go wider on your strap. Breathe. And then what happens if we bend the elbows to the side body, right? Now we're really working the back body. Check your head, check your neck. all that stuff happening. Squeeze it up, keep some tension on the strap, and take it down to your lap. Roll your shoulders. Good. And again, reach up. Good. Backs of the hands are pressing into your strap. Bend the elbows, little cactus arms here. Palms are facing each other. Head, neck soft. Elbows are out to the side. Maybe bend, 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 bend. Take it down behind you. Feel the rise of the chest. Feel the tone of the belly. Reach up and exhale. We got one more here. Inhale up. You wouldn't think something this simple, right, would do the work that it is doing to really work the muscles. Squeeze back, breathe, squeeze up, exhale, let go. Good. And then set your strap aside and let's come up to table pose. So you're on your hands and your knees, right? We all know this. Your wrists are under your shoulders or slightly forward. Your blocks are toward the front of your mat. We're going to use those in just a minute. And then feel as you round your back, as you tuck your chin, right? As you come into this feline pose. I was telling my husband about that video, just hold your cat pose. And I said, instead of calling it feline and bovine, what if we went to cow pose? It went boo, right? And then meow. So it's like so dumb. Anyway, so release the cat pose, move into cow pose or dog pose. Some teachers call it dog. And then round the spine again. And move into cow pose, and then find a nice neutral spine. Take one hand, take your left hand to your block and press the hand up. So you're just kind of a little bit taller on that side. Take the right hand and give it a big circle, right arm, big circle. And if this is tricky, you can take your knees wider on your mat. And sometimes that really helps. Just give yourself some space. Good. Breathe. Big circle. Last one. Take that arm out to the side. Internally rotate it. So you're going to take your thumb to the floor, palm goes to the ceiling, and reach it behind your back. And then just open up the right shoulder. So it's a little tiny twist here. As we open the right shoulder, as we turn to the right, we're pressing the hand into the block. Find your breath. Good. Release it. Take that arm up. See if you can find that twist, right? Palm is face forward. Don't overshoot the shoulder. And exhale, let that hand come down. Nice job, everyone. Switch sides. Your right hand is on your block again. Maybe your knees are a little wider just to give yourself some space. The belly is toned. And let's circle that arm. And notice where your range of motion is, right? No judgment. Is your arm more straight up and down? Is it more forward? Can you change that without pain? Good. Breathe, breathe, reach. Find the breath too, right? As we move the arm, we open up the ribs, we open up the lungs. Last one here. Good. And then the arm is straight up. We're going to internally rotate and reach the arm behind. Open up the left shoulder and just breathe. Notice again, head, neck, right? I know a couple of you are tightening up there. So breathe and then let the left arm just fly up to the ceiling right where it is. Not further back, not further forward, just where it was. And exhale, hands down to the floor. Grab your second block, place both blocks on your mat. Hands on your mats, they're at the lowest level. Want you to press your hands into the mat. Wrap your pinky finger and your thumbs around it if your hands are big enough. Tone the belly, lift your knees off the floor, and then step back to down dog. Now, the biggest challenge with this is make sure that you're not pushing your blocks forward so they don't slide. Instead, press your hands down. And notice as you press your hands down on the blocks, you get more activity in your arms. Do you feel that? And then broaden through the collarbones. Maybe lift off your heels a little bit and bend the knees. Play with the arms as if you could draw the inner elbows together and separate the shoulders at the same time. And then begin to straighten the legs if that feels right. Tone the belly, fill in the low back. Feel your downward facing dog. Press your hands into your blocks. Find your breath. And then inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, lower your knees to the floor. Release your toes and breathe. And then open up your shoulders. Good. Take one block, center of your mat. Let's do the left hand block. Take it center of the mat. Put your left hand on the block. Separate the legs, the knees again. Maybe the feet come a little bit closer. Inhale, right arm up. And feel your stretch and feel the expanse. I always talk about the wingspan here. This is what we're talking about. As you exhale, you're going to pretend to do eye of the needle, but you're not going to stay. So as you exhale, float that right hand under, reach it across, and then take it back up again. And breathe. Good. Exhale, reach it through and across, and reach up. 2 more. Reach down and up. So we're doing a little flow twist here, down and up. Good. Last time, internally rotate. Take that arm behind you. See if you can find your opposite side waist. Relax your head and your neck. I cannot say that enough for this class and in general. Breathe. And take the arm up. Exhale it down to the floor. You're going to switch sides. Your right hand goes to the mat or to the block. Find your breath. It's roughly center of the mat or at least a little bit closer to center. And when you're ready, take the left arm up and just find the wingspan again. Find your breath. Check your head, check your neck. Maybe you tuck the chin a little bit more instead of lift it. Good. When you're ready, let's float that arm down and under for 5 of these. Reach it up. Exhale it down. Good. And up. And down. And just feel these muscles, right? The muscles are all starting to warm up, to open up. Good. Last one here. Reach it up, reach it up, reach it up. Shake out your head, your neck. Internally rotate the arm, reach it behind your waist, open up that shoulder, tone the belly just a little bit, just to keep your support there. Check your head and your neck. Where can you put it so that it doesn't feel strained? Release the arm, reach up. Exhale it down to the floor. Nice job. And set both of your blocks aside. Plant your hands. Lift your knees, find downward facing dog, stretch it out, everybody. Find your breath. Maybe you pedal one foot and then the other so that you're really stretching. And then optionally, bend your right knee, bring your heel toward your butt, right? Bring it up and then lift the thigh. So we're still with a bent knee, tone the belly, and then straighten the leg. Good, breathe. Good, bend your knee. Bring your knee back toward your chest. Lower your foot. When you're ready, we're switching sides. So lift your left foot, but take your heel toward your glute, toward your butt. Then lift the knee. Then straighten the leg. Breathe. Reverse it, bend the knee. Bring your knee back down. Lower your foot. One more, both sides. When you're ready, peel the right foot, bring your heel to your butt. Reach the knee up, not the leg, the knee, right? Then straighten the leg, maybe point the toes. Point all your toes, stretch it out. Bend your knee. Bring that knee back toward chest. Lower your foot. Last one, last side. Peel the left foot. Bend your knee, bring the heel toward the glute. Lift the knee. Straighten the leg. Point your toes. Make the line long. Bend your knee. Bring the knee in. Lower your foot, and then walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Widen the feet on your mat so your knees are super soft. Roll your shoulders, just feel it. Shake out your hands. Bend your knees, lengthen through your spine, no rounding, and come all the way up to standing. Whew, shake it out. And just start to feel, right? Already the work here, right? And here as we stretch. I've said this a million times. Doug Keller, just awesome article. And he said a lot of this pain is because of this. It's too tight in the front and it's too spread out in the back. We're pulling on those muscles and then we wonder why backs hurt all the time. So grab a block and just place it between your legs. So we have active legs. Your feet are pointing forward for the most part. Your knees, backs of the knees have a softness to them. Take your left hand to your chest. Lift your chest, but then tone the belly so you're not arching. Take the right hand forward and then open it to the side. Keep your chest neutral and see how far back your arm will go. No pain. Squeeze your block. And then bring it forward. Bring it all the way across. Good. Bring it open. Bring it back. And forward. Feel the work, right? Shoulder blade work. Bring it back. Tone the belly. And forward. We got one more. Last one. Bring it back. Breathe. I'm just going to step forward so I don't hit the wall. And then turn to the right and keep turning until you go as far as your body's going to allow. Be easy on the knees here. And forward. And let go. Shake it out. Good. Other side. Right hand to chest. This is your feedback, right? So that you don't twist the chest. You're just working through that stretch of the muscles of chest and shoulder. Left hand forward. Keep the chest where it is. Open up the arm. And bring it forward and across. Good. Open it up. Woo. And across. You got it. Bring it open. Just check it out. Like what happens? At what point do you go, nope, that's it? And can you move from the chest, right? Instead, good, last one. And open. And then allow your twist to continue as you look back behind you, moving through the whole torso this time instead of just the shoulder arm, and bring it back. Whoo, and let it go and roll it out. And really, like when you roll it out, just like really let it go. All right, set your block aside, grab your strap. And once you've gotten your strap, go wide. Go wide. So always with this wide stuff, right? If you think about goddess pose, where your toes are should be where your knees are, you know, all of that. Again, that connection. If your feet are straight, for me, that puts a little too much tension on my knees. So I turn my feet out at a slight angle. Grab your strap. I'm trying to hold on to the tail end here and take it up to the ceiling. And then come into your squat, your level, right? If it's really tough on you, go smaller. If you've got some energy this morning, go deeper, but watch that internal rotation of the knees. Try to keep them out to the side. And feel your arms and start to sway a little side to side. Right? Move through your ribs, start to move the arms. Maybe you find a little bit of organic movement here. Can you make the attachments from hip to waist to ribs to the underarm to the arms themselves? You got it. Find your breath. Woo. And then come center. Take a break on the legs if you need it. And bend your arms, cactus pose. So here, the back of the head comes into alignment, right? The arms, the legs, everything mirroring each other. Bend over to the right. Keep the elbows bent. And center and left. Now we're starting to feel the legs. Center And right, we're just moving the waist, right? Breathe. Oh, yeah. You got this. We got one more, both sides. Say good morning to your legs. Plant your feet. Other side. We're almost done. Cactus arms. Legs straighten, arms straighten. Good. Turn your toes forward. Squeeze your belly and float down to the floor. Once you're down, excuse me, once your hands are on the floor, let your head relax. Big deep breath. Good. Here's where it's going to get a little bit harder. I want you to squeeze the inner legs together and tone the belly. Start to broaden the shoulders so that you go really wide in the shoulders. And then grab your strap and maybe hold on. Bring the hands to the inside like we did before. So this is core work. Please be gentle, bend of the knees. I want you to push against your strap. Squeeze your belly, bend your knees, and take the arms up. Once you're up, the legs are straight. When you come down, the knees bend. Keep some tension on the strap. Squeeze your belly, come up. Breathe. Exhale down. If this is really hard, don't come so low. Inhale, reach up, straighten the legs. We got two more. Exhale, bend the knees down. And up. And down. You got it. One more right here. Lift up. And down. Release the hands from your strap. Just set the strap down for now. Nice big bend of your knees. One hand to your knee, other hand to your knee, belly tones, and come on up. And roll the shoulders out and heel toe the feet back together. Shake it out. Leave your strap for now. Come on back to the front of your mat. Blocks are to the front of your mat where you can reach them. Inhale, reach up. Exhale all the way down. Soften your knees, step back right leg. Lower your right knee to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up. Easy stuff, right? Slow stuff to start. Exhale your hands down to the floor. Lift your knee off the floor. Keep your hands where they are. Your right hand touches the floor. Your left arm goes up. Big stretch here, big twist. Circle your left arm back down to the floor and step back down dog. Come to plank. Watch your toes. Maybe the knees come down, right? Squeeze the belly, hold your plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Building strength, building heat, right? Look at your hand, step forward, right leg. Lower your knee to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up. Breathe. Exhale when you're ready, hands to the floor. Lift your left knee optionally. Your left hand to the mat, your right arm up. Breathe. Float that hand back down to the floor. Listen up, step back, down dog. Getting warmed up, my loves. Plank pose. Knees down optionally. Squeeze the belly, little belly crunch. Broaden through the shoulders. Find your breath. Downward facing dog. 1, stay here. 2, peel your right foot, bend your right knee. Same as we were doing before. Lift your knee away from the floor. Straighten the leg, point the toes. Look through your hands, step forward, right leg. Knee up or knee down, left hand to the floor, right arm up. This time I want you to circle the right arm. Just maybe 3 times, but feel it. Like feel the movement in your shoulder, lift that arm up to the ceiling. Internally rotate your hand, take it behind your waist. And breathe. Fire up the legs, by the way. Don't let those legs get lazy. Knee can be down. That's a perfect option. And reach the right arm up. Exhale it down to the floor. Step back, down dog. Down dog. What would down dog be if we were using veterinarian terms? I guess that would be canine something. Big deep breath, plank. Knees down option. Squeeze your belly, lengthen your chest. 5. Relax your neck. 4. Squeeze your belly. 3. Fire up your legs. 2. 1. Down dog. Almost done with this little series. Peel your left foot off optionally. Heel to butt. Then the knee lifts. Then the leg straightens and then the toes. Breathe. Hips are level. Belly squeeze. Look through your hands. Step through. Find your breath, everyone. Knee up or knee down. Right hand to the floor. Take the left arm up. Big deep breath. Circle the arm once and twice. Feel like I'm winding up for a softball. And 3. Take the arm up. Internal rotation. Reach behind your back. Open up the shoulder. How's that feel, everybody? Good. Release the arm. Hands back to the floor. I want you to push forward. Soften your knees. Hands to knees and come on up. And roll it out. Yeehaw, right? It's like, yeah, baby. All right, so once again, mountain pose. Don't really need a block. Just know that you should have active legs. Both arms out. So your arms are out, but then I want you to pull the shoulder blades back and then open both. Good. And notice where you go, right? So start to tone the belly. The tendency here is to lock those knees, right? And then you're like, whoa, you're out there. But I want knees soft. And I want you to pretend somebody's pulling the fingers. Breathe. No attendant noises, by the way. Breathe. Find that internal rotation, both arms. Breathe. Reach both behind, grab opposite elbows. Open up your chest, tone your belly. Bend the knees, see if you can bring your chest toward your knees. Tuck your head. Watch for balance here. From here, begin to straighten the legs. The arms are still behind you. If that is too much, right, just separate. Maybe you're holding wrists, maybe you're holding forearms. Pull the shoulders away from the floor and just see if you can move the forearms off your back. You may or may not be able to. Good, breathe. Bend your knees, arms go back to your back. Lift your chest and come up to standing. Now you will notice one arm's on top, the other arm's on the bottom. See if you can figure out a way to switch that. Okay, roll the shoulders. Fire up the legs, same thing here. I want you to roll the shoulders back, bend the knees into a nice squat, and see if the chest will come toward the thighs. Don't have to go that low. Good squeeze to the belly, and then see if those arms, it's weird one side to the other, will lift off your back, any amount. Don't strain the head, the neck, right? Tendency here is to lift your chin. Don't lift your chin. Keep it neutral. Breathe. And then drop those arms back, lift your chest, and come up. Release those babies. Whoo. And breathe, shake it out. All right, back to the front of your mat. Have your strap near you too. Inhale, reach up. Exhale all the way down. Soften the knees and step back with your right leg. And then grab your blocks and place your blocks under each hand. I have mine on the second second level. So they're just halfway up. And then drop your back foot to the side position. Take your left hand to your left knee. Grab your strap along the way if you can, and come on up to standing. So we're in this warrior two pose, right? Grab your strap. You might want the loop, you might not. I don't know how it will be for everybody, but you're probably going to have to go longer. So your front knee is bent. Your shoulders are back. I want you to inhale that strap up to the ceiling and breathe. And then give some tension to it, just so it's, long enough but short enough so that you can pull against the strap. And then see if you can take the arms behind you. So it's not a bowing, it's just behind you so that the chest is open. From here, notice, right? Tone through the belly big time. Straighten your front leg, triangle pose. Pull on both straps equally. So you're pulling down, but you're also pulling up. And let the hand land where it will. Okay. And then feel the strap behind you. Tone the belly. Get that sensation of the arms. Breathe. Let go of your top strap. It can go anywhere you want. Take the arm back up. Internal rotation. So I'm turning my thumb kind of forward and then back. Bring the hand behind you. See if you can find your waist or your thigh. Roll the shoulder back. Right? A bound pose here, really kind of an interesting thing. The front knee is as bent or as straight as you can do for you, for your hamstrings. Keep toning the belly in and lengthening your tailbone. Soften that head neck. I know a lot of you look up. See if that's straining. If it is, don't do it. My strap slowly slipping off my neck. And then take your body all the way up. Release your arm. You can hang on to your strap. Turn your whole body toward your blocks. Bend your front knee. If you feel stable here, just switch to plank. Watch your blocks though, they can be tippy. Squeeze your belly and then step forward, right leg. So you start in a good lunge. Remember to stay wide enough. Drop your back foot to the side position. Already we're bringing that right hip back, your right hand to your right knee, push up, push off, and come on up. Think warrior two, right? That right hip rolls back so the knee lines up, and then grab your strap and just open it up and feel your back body. Watch that tendency to poke the front ribs out, right? So I know I'm facing away from you, so maybe you just get a different view. And breathe. So from here, start to straighten your front leg, pull on both ends of your strap to take the hand down wherever it's going to land. Don't worry about your usual triangle. Don't worry about where it might normally go for you. Just take it where it is. Squeeze the belly, fire up the legs. And then just release your top arm. Take the arm back up. Breathe. Make sure all four corners of your front foot are pressing into your mat. Internal rotation. Woo, of that top arm. Reach it behind you. See if you can find your waist or your thigh. Once you do that, that top shoulder rolls back. Big tone to the belly, big length through your tailbone. Breathe. And as you're ready, come on up. And release it. Where you are, maybe you turn all your toes one direction and come to a forward fold. Just breathe, everybody. Just relax your head, your neck, your shoulders, right? All of that. Press into your hands, soften your knees, take your step with you, and come on up again. Excuse me, roll your shoulders. turn your left foot back to the front of your mat. Turn your right foot so that it is either parallel with your short edge or slightly forward. So here we are again. You're going to take the strap in both hands and take it behind you. Open it up. And right, so we're just feeling this, like, how does it feel? And then how's the neck feel if you're either looking forward, which is over your left hand, or you're looking over your chest, right? What happens to the neck? Can you find that line and breathe? Begin to straighten the front leg again. Lean forward, triangle pose again. Start to come down, nice tension here, and breathe. All right, so here's where it's gonna get, have I said that already? Here's where it's gonna get a little tricky. Make sure your front hip is rolled back. Make sure your belly is toned. Release your top strap. Take your top arm up. Internally rotate. We've been here before. Make sure your bottom hand is supported. Bring the hand behind you and reach. Just start here. One, you're gonna stay right here. This is something I haven't introduced before. We're going for a little bit deeper bind. Your other hand is gonna drop toward the floor. Either you're gonna stay there or you're gonna interlace those hands, right? And breathe. So that's a big old bind. If your top chest is rolling to the floor, you're too deep. Otherwise, I would go higher, higher, higher until you can find some happiness. So this is a bound triangle, tricky, tricky pose. Good, release your hands. Press into your front leg. Lift the torso up. Oh, and release both. Shake it out. Kind of snuck that one in on you. Switch sides so that your right foot's forward, your back foot's back. So when we do bound poses, right, they can be really tricky. And what I see with students is they overreach and then they're all kind of curled up and they're not really doing the pose anymore. So be mindful of that. Make sure your front knee is not hyperextended. The arms go back behind you. The shoulders are drawn back. We're wide open, right? Think of this wingspan here and all of that extension. Watch the front hip as you lean forward. Keep some tone in those hips. Squeeze the legs, tone the belly. Let the hands come down like you have before. Just a nice little triangle. If this is challenging for you, I would stay right here and play. How's it feel to come higher in triangle? How's it feel to come lower, right? Lower for me, doesn't feel so good. And then release your top arm. Take the arm up. Find the wingspan. Squeeze your belly. Internal rotation of your top arm. Reach behind you. Open up the shoulder. Find your opposite side waist or thigh. Maybe you hang out here, right? This is an awesome pose. Talk about opening up the chest, shoulders. Or you soften the bottom hand. You should feel control. The arm goes inside, wraps around to the outside, and you find your bound pose. Ooh, watch your head and neck here. Breathe. Release, hand to front leg, slide up. Ooh. All your toes face forward and come into a forward fold. And breathe. Ooh, roll it out a little bit. Just shake it out. Bend your knees, turn your toes out. Walk your hands to your knees and come up. Roll it out. All right, so still got your strap. We're gonna do one more bind. Your left foot faces forward, your right foot faces back. Your front knee is bent this time. And this time, I didn't do it on the other side, but this time we're gonna just have that strap as an option. So bend your front knee and hold the strap with your right hand. So it's your left foot forward and the strap's in your right hand. And then take the right arm up and bend it back behind you. Grab the strap with your left hand so you're in cow face arms, right? That's pretty easy, really doable for most people. So one, you're going to stay here and you're just going to lean forward. So my elbow actually rests on my thigh, the other elbow's pointing up. And I'm just going to hang out here and check this out, right? Variation of the bound pose. Fire up your legs, right? They're part of this pose. The other option here is going to be to let go of the bottom arm and reach it down behind you. Whoop, can't find my strap. Release your strap, that's going to be easier. Top arm internally rotates, reach it behind. You're either going to hold thigh or you're going to reach down and find fingers or your strap. So your strap would be kind of there. I'm not demoing this well at all. And breathe, right? So we're just finding the strap behind us somewhere. Good, breathe. Notice. Don't have to hold fingers, right? Can hold waist, could hold thigh. Feel your legs. Release. Come on up. So what is that, right? That's an extended side angle and it's a bound pose. Turn yourself around. Let's do the other side. Front knee bends, strap, no strap, right? Sometimes that strap can be distracting, but let's start in cow face arms. So take your top arm up, bend that arm. Take the back arm, internal rotation. Maybe the fingers touch, maybe they don't. Find your breath. Tone your belly. Don't let the pelvis spill forward, right? Tone it in so that the pelvis stays neutral and that front hip rolls back. And then lean forward and maybe you touch. I'm doing the wrong arm. I am. So come up and make sure you have the right arm. It should be your back arm, I think. I've kind of forgotten what I'm doing. Breathe, everybody. 1, stay here. 2, release that bottom arm. Take the top arm up. Internal rotation, take it behind your back. Maybe you're here, maybe you're here. That's where we should have been, right? Breathe, or maybe you find a little bind here. Perfect is the enemy of pretty darn good. So find your breath, everybody. Watch the chin, the head, the neck, right? Open up that top shoulder, find your bind. Breathe. Release your hands. Come on up. Turn your toes. Come on forward, forward fold. Big deep breath. Good, bend your knees, last one here. Bring your strap with you as you come up. You're gonna take your strap, it doesn't have to be wide. Whew, shake out your head if you're getting a little dizzy. Take the hands behind you. Your hands are palms face out, roughly shoulders width apart. Belly tones, the legs are wide here. Press back through your hips as you press back through the hands. Don't lift the arms just yet, but feel what your front shoulders are doing. Do they feel like they're dropping toward the floor? If so, I want you to go wide, like lift those babies away from the floor and activate your back body. Press through your hands. Check out your head, neck, nice and long. And then take the arms up where they will go for you. Don't lock out the backs of your knees, tone your belly. Let the head drop toward the floor. Keep pulling the shoulders away from the floor as if someone were pulling the strap up toward the ceiling. Big deep breath. Woo. Press into the strap to bring it back to your tailbone. Reach up, bend the knees, and come to standing. Nice job, everybody. Set your strap down. Roll your shoulders. Shake it out. Grab one block. All right. Actually, take one block between your thighs. We'll get those legs back into it. Squeeze your block. Feet are parallel to each other. Take the block in your right hand, take it out to the side. Reach it behind you, like reach it behind you. Grab it behind. Take it out. Bring it forward and back. You got it. Shoulder work. Breathe. One more. Keep it behind you. Press it back. Open the shoulders. Tone the belly. Maybe you lift and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the block in your left hand. Reverse, take it behind, reach back and open. Forward, open. And forward. Back and forward. Last one, reach back and forward. I want you to hold here. Take the palms in both hands. Lower the arms down, lift up, bend your elbows. Keep the elbows from doing that out to the side. Keep them tucked. And straight up and down. Press into your block. 2. Watch the chin. 3. And 4. And 5. Lower down. Good. Just relax, relax, relax. We got one more here. Squeeze your block. Get some good energy there. Take it out to the side. I want you to take it behind your neck and open. Take it behind your neck. Open. Behind. You got it. And behind. Last set. Out. And back. And then take that block behind you. It's at the flat end. Take it right behind your head. So it's just at the furthest kind of back, not down at your neck. Press the head into the block without lifting your chin. Press the elbows out to the side. Little bit of tension, block to head. Be careful here. Chin is level. If you raise your chin, you're going to stress out your neck here. Big deep breath, the elbows train back, the ribs soften in, the belly tones, the chin is level or slightly tucked. Bring the elbows together and release it. Good, release both blocks. Well done, everybody. And set that down. Roll it out. All right, so we're going to play with a version of half moon. So prepare yourself mentally for half moon. You're going to take one block forward on or off your mat. Okay, near a wall or not near a wall. All of those things are wonderful. So let's go left foot forward, right foot back. And here's what's going to change. It's an interesting thing when you bind in poses like half moon. When you open the shoulder and bind, kind of like we were doing before, it's a partial bind, you give yourself a different idea of that front hip movement. So that's what we're looking for. So bend your front knee. Take your hand to your block. Your block can be high, it can be medium, it can be low. You can stack one low, one medium. If you want a little bit more height, that can be really nice, right? So stack it and take a look at it. And then open up your top arm, internal rotation, wrap it around, find your thigh or your waist. Keep that arm there. If you lose balance, let go of your arm and certainly drop your leg back to the floor. And then start to lean into your front foot. Woo. As you lift up with the bind, I am looking at the floor for stability. My front hip is kind of locked in because of my hand, right? I'm reaching through my long legs as if someone were pulling on that ankle. And then I'm going to calm down and breathe. That's it. Bend your front knee, release your hand at the same time, drop your foot and come up. Shake it out. When you're ready, let's switch sides. I'm gonna fold, I don't need to. So your right foot's forward. Open it up. Bend your front knee, find your block, right? Your top arm reaches up, internally rotates, grabs a hold of your waist or your hip. When you're ready, start to lean into your front foot and see if you can lift your back. Tone your belly. Find your pose. Right? Once you find it, see if you can calm down a little and lessen the struggle. Keep reaching your standing legs hip back and keep imagining that someone's pulling on your extended leg, bringing your weight back to the center of your feet. And soften, release, come on out. And come on up. Right? Set your block down. Come to downward facing dog. Holy moly, all kinds of stuff in the class today. Lower your knees to the floor. Take your feet or your knees wide on your mat, not your feet, your knees, and come to child's pose. If your head isn't overly hanging, bring your arms down to your sides and let your shoulders release. Just breathe. All right. Press up and come back to a seat, unless you're like totally done. Come back to a seat. Straighten both legs. Roll your shoulders back and just maybe get a sense, right? A lot of this work can, initially tighten, but hopefully we've done plenty of stretching to keep those babies loose. Bend your left knee and step over. If your extended leg will bend and drop down, go ahead and do that. If it will not, or will not comfortably, either keep it extended or take a block under your bottom knee. So we're not looking at cow face legs. We're really looking at a twist here. So either this leg is straight or it's extended, which is the same thing, or it's bent. Lift up and take your right arm around your knee and twist to your left. Your left hand comes back and behind you. And breathe. If you feel okay, your back arm is going to keep on going behind you and it's going to go for that opposite side waist again, right? Roll the left shoulder back, stay tall in your torso, chin is level, all that stuff. And breathe. Optionally, big time optional, bind here. You're going to release your left knee and you're going to see if your hand will find your foot. So my back arm's hand is reaching for my left leg foot. And you're going a little deeper here. Nice. Wherever you are, release. Lean back. Straighten out your right leg if it was bent. Release your left. Switch sides. Bend your right knee, that foot to the floor. Optionally bend your left leg so that that knee is also on the floor. Lift up tall, wrap your left arm around and twist to the right. Again, notice, right, that habit pattern of tightening. I find that a lot in yoga. I find it a lot in students, in their necks. They over twist or they tighten their jaws. It's all connected, my loves. We know that, right? So breathe. One way to release tension in the jaw is to smile. Soften your face. And then once again, you're here, or you're going to just see if you want to play with a bind. You release the right knee, it drops down. You reach your right arm around your waist, and then maybe you can find your little foot. Maybe not. Tight little pretzel here. Feel your chest. Feel that right shoulder. And wherever you are, release, release, release. Come on down. Release. Shake out the legs. Bend both knees. Take both feet wide. Make sure you're sitting well on the sit bones as opposed to like leaning back. So maybe you even lift the hips and press the sit bones back a little bit. How close your legs are to, to you is up to you. Inhale your right arm up. Reach it across, grab your right shin or your right foot, or sorry, left shin or left foot. This may feel like nothing. We're stretching out the areas we've just been working a whole bunch, back of the shoulder, back of the back. So you can stay here, or you can press down that foot, right? Press down the gas pedal, or you can straighten the leg a little bit more. I wouldn't straighten it all the way. Just to stretch out through that right shoulder. Nice little tone to the belly here, just so we don't stress out the back or the SI joints. Big deep breath. Relax your head, relax your neck. Good, and then bend that left knee if you've gone close to straight. Release that arm. Switch sides, left arm up. Reach it over and across. You're grabbing your foot, you're grabbing your ankle. Maybe you walk that right foot out a little bit. Maybe you press down through the gas pedal a little. Try to relax the right side as well. Let the back of the neck be long. I'm looking down at my kind of my knee and my shin here, so I'm not lifting the chin at all. Deep breath through your back body. And bend the knee, release. Good. Lay on your right side. Lay on your right side. You can use anything you want for a cushion for your head. I need to stay off my ear, so I'm going to keep my head up for now. Bend your bottom knee, but straighten your top leg. And just maybe you'll feel a stretch already in that outer hip, outer leg. Your head is relaxed, maybe on the inside of your upper arm. And breathe. When you're ready, take the top arm up, palm face down, and let it reach overhead. It doesn't have to touch the floor. So you've kind of sandwiched your head between your arms. Find your breath, tone your belly in. Reach your top leg. Optionally, you're going to straighten bottom and top. It ends up being a little more balance work. Tone your belly. And stretch that side of your body. Deep breath. Try to relax in it too, so don't overreach. Good. Release your top arm. Let that hand come in front of you. Bend your knees. And you're just going to roll over to the other side. Equipment problems. Breathe. So same thing. Cushion. Both legs are straight or bottom leg is bent. Reach the top arm overhead. Just breathe. Relax your jaw. From here, roll right to your belly. Kind of scoot your whole body to the left edge of your yoga mat. Your upper body is relaxed. And just slide your right leg along your side. Your knee is down on the floor. Be careful there if your knee is hurting or it's on something hard. And just let it hang out to the side. Big deep breath. Relax your hips. Release that side. Let the leg go straight. Maybe scoot over. If you have carpet, you don't really have to scoot over. If you have a hard floor, maybe your inside knee doesn't want to be on that hard floor. And then just slide your right knee out to the side as if that leg were in a kind of cactus pose itself, the inner thigh toward the floor. And then relax it, like really let the hips be heavy. Relax your jaw, your neck. And relax that, take it down. Upper body is still, bend both knees. Only if you want, press up to elbows. So variation of Sphinx, little back bend. Deep breath. I want you to stretch your belly. So just stretch your belly here. If you're already towards Shavasana, hang out. Just stay. I don't blame you one little bit. Deep breath. Release the legs. Release your upper body. Turn onto your side and then onto your back. Bring both knees to chest. Straighten one leg, stretch. Switch, straighten the other. Both legs to the floor, and finally, Shavasana. And as we move into Shavasana, just feel your back body, right? Maybe feel your shoulders a little bit closer to the floor than your usual, right? Maybe feel your neck, your head a little bit looser, a little less tight. Find your breath. Just bring yourself back to the center of your body, the center of your mat, the center of your heart. And imagine if you could draw a line from the center of your forehead, center of your nose, center of your chin, the center of your heart, your belly button, the perineum, and then allow the breath, the body to spread evenly to both sides of that center line. I often picture a waterfall here, a soft, gentle waterfall going from both sides of the body. Finding yourself softer and softer and softer still. Just find your breath. One last time, soften even more. Knowing that you can stay in Shavasana all day for as long as you would like. As you're ready, start to wiggle your toes, your fingers, start to find your breath. Drawing your knees all the way to chest. Rocking side to side and allowing those knees to roll to one side or the other. And then coming up to your seated pose.